what if you could live without that constant nagging fear of being judged? It's a pretty simple question, right? But the answer? Well, the answer can change absolutely everything. Today, we're diving into a really powerful piece of wisdom for breaking down our own invisible walls. This is the art of living unbound. So let's just start with this question, and I want you to really think about it for a second. If there were 0 eyes on you, no judgment, no expectations, what would you do differently? I mean, how would you move? What would you say? That little space, that gap between who you are right now and who you would be, well, that's exactly where we find our invisible boundaries. And here's the thing. Every single one of us builds these walls. We start when we're young, laying them one invisible brick at a time. And even though they're not made of stone, man, they can feel just as solid, boxing us in and kind of shrinking our world. So what are these walls even made of? Well, each brick is a fear we all know. The fear of what other people will think, the fear of being made fun of, the fear of getting your heart broken. And maybe the biggest one of all, that deep, nagging fear of just not being good enough. I'm sure at least one of those hits home. They become these silent architects of our lives, making our choices for us without us even noticing. But what if those walls aren't as permanent as they feel? What if there was a simple, straightforward invitation to just start taking them apart, brick by brick? A way of thinking that's powerful enough to lead us back to who we really are. And here it is. This is that invitation. It's a quote you've probably heard before, but it holds a whole universe of meaning in just 4 lines. So let's really unpack what it's asking us to do. All right, part 1, unleash your expression. This is all about the freedom to just be yourself, out loud and without apology. The first command is so physical, it's visceral. Dance like there's nobody watching. This has nothing to do with being a good dancer. It's about pure, unedited movement just for the joy of it. But of course, the dance is a metaphor for so much more, right? It stands for any action we stop ourselves from doing because we're too self-conscious. It's a call to tell that inner critic to take a hike, to find joy in just doing, and to be completely in the present moment. Really, it's a call to be authentic. So, from movement, we go to our voice. Sing like there's nobody listening. This is the other side of the same coin. It's about giving sound to what's inside you, without running it through that filter of what will they think. And again, this isn't about hitting every note perfectly. It's about speaking your mind, sharing that idea you've been holding back, or, literally just singing at the top of your lungs in the car. It's about having the courage to use your voice, even if it cracks. It's choosing to be real over being perfect, every single time. Okay, so from expressing ourselves on the outside, we've got to turn inward. Part 2 is all about embracing your heart. And honestly, this might be the most difficult and the most courageous part of the whole thing. The challenge to love without putting up armor. This one hits hard, doesn't it? Love like you'll never be hurt. I mean, for anyone who's ever had their heart broken, this sounds impossible, maybe even a little crazy. Our first instinct is to build those walls up even higher to make sure it never happens again. So we're faced with a choice. We can go with guarded love. It's safe, it's cautious, it's all about managing risk. Or we can choose unbound love. And this isn't about being naive. It's about being incredibly brave. It's deciding to stay open, to give freely, and to accept that being vulnerable is just the price of admission for real, deep connection. And it is so, so important to get this right. This is not an invitation to be foolish or ignore red flags. It is a challenge to be courageous. It's about believing in the power of connection so much that you refuse to let the pain of the past dictate the potential of your future. And that is an act of incredible strength. Okay, so we've got free expression and we've got courageous connection. Part 3 is where it all comes together. It's the synthesis. It's what happens when you truly start living this way. When you look at it this way, you can see it's not just a collection of nice thoughts. It's a path, a kind of recipe. You express yourself freely, you connect with others bravely, you share who you are authentically, and all of those steps lead to a very specific and very powerful result. And this is it. This is the payoff. This is the whole point of all that dancing and loving and singing. The result is you get to live like it's heaven on earth. That's the ultimate outcome of tearing down those invisible walls. But what does heaven on earth even mean in this context? Well, it's not some destination you get to someday. It's a state of being. It's a choice you can make right here, right now.
It's the life that's defined by joy and meaning and freedom, all the stuff that shows up when you finally stop letting fear call the shots.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Remember those walls? The ones built out of fear of judgment and ridicule and heartbreak? Well, this way of life, this heaven on earth, that's what's been waiting for you on the other side of them the whole time.
So when you look at the whole mantra again, you can see how perfectly it all fits together. The free expression, the brave vulnerability, the authentic voice, they're not separate ideas. They are the actual practical steps to creating a life that feels genuinely joyful. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with this invitation? You don't have to tear down the entire wall overnight. That's not the point. Just start with one brick. So which part will you accept first? Are you going to dance? Are you going to sing? Or are you going to love? The choice and the freedom that comes with it is all yours.